नरसिंहाया प्रहलाद लाद दायिनी प्रहलाद लाद दायिनी हिरण्याकाशिपूर्वक्षः हिरण्याकाशिपूर्वक्षः शीलातनकानकालाये शीलतनिकानकालाये शीला इतो निशिंगो परतो निशिंगो इतो निशिंगो परतो निशिंगो यतो यमिततो निशिंगो यतो यम बहिर्निशिंगो हृदये निशिंगो बहिर्निशिंगो हृदये निशिंगो नसिंगामधिं शरणं प्रपदे नसिंगामधिं शरणं प्रपदे नसिंगामधिं शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमलवरे नाकाम अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगाम कैसा बदेता नारा हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर तब कर कमलवरे नाकाम अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगार कैसा बदेता नारा हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज Prahlad Maharaj Jaya, Prahlad Maharaj Jaya. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya. Shri Ram Jai Sita Ram, Ram Jai Sita Ram. Shri Ram Jai Sita Ram, Shri Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Ram Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Ayodhya va Shri Ram, Dashrath Nandan Ram. Janaki Vallabh Ram, Shri Ram Ram Rama. Ayodhya va Shri Ram, Dashrath Nandan Ram. Janaki Jeevan Ram, Shri Ram Ram Rama. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Radha Damodar ki, Yashoda Damodar ki, Gau Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and welcome to the Sunday Love Feast. Please put your hands together for Prabhu Ram Vijay. He's a disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charaswami Maharaj. He's a very learned scholar, and I don't know really much that I can speak about him. I think he's also the temple president or vice president at the Radharadhana temple in Chatsworth. So, Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Sunday Love Feast program at New Jagannath Puri Temple. Let's chant Jai Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shinitai Gaura Sundar ki, Shri Ram Sita Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Premanandi. Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It's wonderful to see all of you here today. So I thought we'll read a little bit about Lord Ramachandra's pastimes. Lord Ramachandra's pastimes are elaborately explained in the Ramayana. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, because the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra were well known already. Sukadeva Goswami just describes it in brief. So Lord Ram's pastimes are just covered in one chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam in the 9th canto, the 10th chapter. But of course there's 55 verses there, and I thought it may take a little long to read that. So what I'm going to do is just read the summary of that chapter. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada gives a summary of the chapter at the beginning of that chapter. So there's a short summary which is to help remind us. I'm sure most of us are familiar with Lord Ramachandra's pastimes. This summary will just touch on a few points, key points of his pastimes, so we can remember his pastime. Srila Prabhupada starts, this 10th chapter describes how Lord Ramachandra appeared in the dynasty of Maharaj Katvanga. It also describes the Lord's activities, telling how he killed Ravan and returned to Ayodhya, the capital of his kingdom. The son of Maharaj Katvanga was Dirghabahu, and his son was Raghu. The son of Raghu was Aja, and the son of Aja was Dasarath. And the son of Dasarath was Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When the Lord descended in this world in his full quadruple expansion as Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna, great sages like Valmiki, who were actually in knowledge of the absolute truth, described his transcendental pastimes. Srila Sukadeva Goswami describes these pastimes in brief. Lord Ramachandra went with Vishwamitra and killed Rakshasas like Maricha. After breaking the stout and strong bow known as Haradhanu, the Lord married Sita and cut down the prestige of Parashuram. To obey the order of his father, he entered the forest, accompanied by Lakshman and Sita. There he cut off the nose of Suparnaka and killed the associates of Ravan, headed by Kara and Dushana. Ravan's kidnapping of Sita Devi was the beginning of this demon's misfortune. When Maricha assumed the form of a golden deer, Lord Ramachandra went to bring the deer to please Sita Devi. But in the meantime, Ravana took advantage of the Lord's absence to kidnap her. When Sita Devi was kidnapped, Lord Ramachandra, accompanied by Lakshman, searched for her throughout the forest. In the course of the search, they met Jatayu. When the Lord killed the demon Kabanda and the commander Vali and established a friendly relationship with Sugriv. Then the Lord killed the demon Kabanda and the commander Vali and established a friendly relationship with Sugriv. Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Sri Nitai Gaura Sundar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. After organizing the military strength of the monkeys and going with them to the shore of the sea, the Lord awaited the arrival of Samudra, the ocean personified. But when Samudra did not come, the Lord, the master of Samudra, became angry. Then Samudra came to the Lord with great haste and surrendered to him, wanting to help him in every way. The Lord then attempted to bridge the ocean, and with the help of advice from Vibhishan, he attacked Ravana's capital, Lanka. Previously, Hanuman, the eternal servant of the Lord, had set fire to Lanka, and now, with the help of Lakshman, the forces of Lord Ramachandra killed all the Rakshasa soldiers. Then Lord Ramachandra personally killed Ravan. Mandodari and other wives lamented for Ravan, and in accordance with Lord Ramachandra's order, Vibhishan performed the funeral ceremonies for all the dead in the family. Lord Ramachandra then gave Vibhishan the right to rule Lanka and also granted him a long duration of life. The Lord delivered Sita Devi from the Ashoka forest and carried her in a flower airplane to his capital, Ayodhya, where he was received by his brother Bharat. When Lord Ramachandra entered Ayodhya, Bharat brought his wooden shoes. Vibhishan and Sugriv held a whisk and fan. Hanuman carried an umbrella. Shatrughna carried the Lord's bow and 2 quivers. And Sita Devi carried a water pot containing water from holy places. Angada carried a sword, and Jambavan, Ruksaraja, carried a shield. After Lord Ramachandra, accompanied by Lord Lakshman and Mother Sita Devi, met all his relatives, the great sage Vashisht enthroned him as king. The chapter ends with a short description of Lord Ramachandra's rule in Ayodhya. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, this is a very auspicious time. There's many wonderful things happening at the same time at this part of the year. There are a few parts in our calendar. You'll notice from Lord Nityananda's appearance day to Gaur Purnima, there's a lot of festivals, a lot of auspiciousness. Then from Lord Balaram's appearance day onwards to Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. And then soon after that, the month of Kartik starts. And then in the month of Kartik, there's so many festivals, and this is one of the periods where there's so many wonderful festivals and so much auspiciousness. So, the Sanskrit word for festival is Utsav. That's, you'll say Mahotsava. We say Maha Utsava, a great festival. And Ut refers to removal. And Sava refers to grief. So Utsava means it removes grief, right? When we have festivals, it removes our grief. We get happy. Even in the mundane platform, there's festivals. Because normal life can become dreary. You know, the routine, going to work, doing what you do every day, becomes dreary. So there's festivals to shake things up a little bit, right? In Germany, they have this thing, Beer Fest. There's rock concerts, there's sporting events, all very important things in people's lives. They get very excited about these things. There's fairs, there's carnivals, there's all kinds of things in different parts of the world. So festivals are one of those things that helps us get rid of the boredom of general day-to-day life. But of course, all these festivals we're talking about, these other festivals I just mentioned, sporting events, etc., they entangle us more in ignorance, and they just increase our suffering. So although for that day we might get excited about whatever festival or sporting event we're following, our team wins, we get excited, our team loses. I mean, literally, if you're supporting a team, you've got a 50% chance of winning or losing. So half the crowd will be upset and half the crowd will be happy. But still, after a few days, they get excited. Next year we'll come back, or the next time we'll beat them. So all these kinds of emotions are coming out. But temporary. But ultimately, it's still entangling us more in ignorance. That's the problem. But spiritually, we have holy days, spiritual holy days. The word holiday comes from holy day, right? Traditionally, even in the Jewish calendar, in the Christian calendar, holidays, every time people took time off, because they were more spiritual, they were more religious, they would observe something holy, some significant thing in their devotional life, in their calendar, in their spiritual calendar. But nowadays, we'll notice holidays are not so much spiritual. There's many holidays. Nobody thinks of anything spiritual. But typically, traditionally, it always has been like that. That, holidays or holy days were times where we stopped doing our normal activities and we focused on God or something around Him. Of course, now we are approaching, or depending on when you're observing it, Diwali today or tomorrow. So I thought we'll talk a little about Deepavali and how it's observed, and also this period leading up to Deepavali. This whole period from the Ekadashi till tomorrow, there's a whole set of festivals that can be observed. We'll talk about them. But let's start talking about Deepavali first. Deepavali means what? Deepa, lights, Vali, row, collection of lights. So in the Vedic culture, of course, light is very important. And Deepavali has a very important significance, especially Lord Ram returning to Ayodhya. That is celebrated, but many other festivals are also celebrated at this time. In the Vedic culture, light also signifies knowledge, and darkness signifies ignorance. So when we're talking about light in the Vedic paradigm, we're talking about knowledge and the dissipation of ignorance. That's what light does. It dissipates darkness. And that's what light symbolizes in the Vedic culture. And light, you'll notice, we also use to offer worship when we're performing arati. When we're performing arati, there's many significances to when we perform arati, but one of them is that we offer the elements, right? When you offer the incense, you're offering earth, smell. When you're offering the fan, air. When you're offering the lamp, light. So when you offer water. So that is what fire plays, or the lamp plays that significance also. And so we generally use the lamp for something auspicious, for light. And you'll remember that when we celebrate birthdays, we blow out the candles. It's not, from the Vedic perspective, it's an inauspicious thing to do. Because what you're saying by blowing out candles, you're taking away the light. You're inviting ignorance and darkness. So therefore, it's an inauspicious thing to blow out light and lamps. So it is not a nice thing to do from the Vedic perspective, to blow out candles to birthday. We should actually offer a light or light a lamp at that time. And of course, in this month of Kartik, we are offering lamps all the time. Very auspicious thing. And it's an expression of devotion, this offering of the lamp to the Lord. So, but in bhakti also, lamp is not just knowledge. The light is a symbol of devotion, of bhakti, of love. And love for God is what the ultimate light is, the ultimate knowledge is, to develop love for God in the bhakti tradition which we are coming in. So we want to offer that lamp with love and with devotion. We want to cultivate love and devotion. Love and devotion is cultivated by remembrance. When you remember something, then you you can grow to love that thing or that person more. So we have to cultivate remembrance of the Lord, hearing about Him, remembering Him, and that's how we can cultivate love and devotion. And then when we offer with more love and devotion also. So, and also, of course, when Lord Ram returned to Ayodhya, then he was welcomed with lamps also. And that's a sign of auspiciousness. And that's how you welcome any important guest, a guest of honor. You would welcome them with lamps. That's the process that we... So when we're offering the lamps, we are offering our lamp of love, that our hearts will be lit with the devotion of love for the Lord. And that's how we want to transform, remove the darkness from our heart and light the shining lamp of knowledge, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. As I said, this Deepavali period, of course, there's a few festivals that are celebrated traditionally. In South Africa, I'm not sure. I don't know of many people who celebrate many of them. There's one or two I've heard of people celebrate, but traditionally, this Deepavali period is celebrated over many days. It follows the lunar calendar, of course. The lunar calendar works in monthly cycles. There's approximately 2 weeks of the waxing moon and 2 weeks of the waning moon. So it goes from the full moon to the new moon, approximately 15 days, and from the new moon back to the full moon in the waxing phase. So Diwali is actually on the 15th day, on the new moon day. So we had Ekadashi. Ekadashi we know is the 11th day. It's 11th day after the waxing or the waning moon. So, after the new moon or the full moon. So after the last full moon, the Ekadashi we observed last Thursday was the 11th day. So that was the Ekadashi day, and the 15th day will be the new moon day. So on the 12th day, historically, there's a festival called Govatsa, where the cow and the calf are worshipped. Also, we worship the cow and the calf on Govardhan Puja Day, which is coming a day after Diwali. So, this is because when the churning of the milk ocean happened, we hear of that famous pastime where the milk ocean was churned by the demigods and the demons. They used Vasuki as the rope, the Lord as the tortoise was there, and they used Mount Meru as the churning rod. They were churning the milk ocean, and various things came out of the milk ocean. So on this day, Denu came out, the cow came out from the ocean. Therefore, this day is observed. And this cow was given to Vashist Muni, and is called Nandini. So on this day, it's very auspicious to worship the cow. The day after the Ekadashi, the 12th day. It's always auspicious to worship the cow, but that day is of special significance. Actually, anytime you touch the cow, you stroke the cow, you feed the cow, you clean the cow dung, it's very auspicious. Anyone, even materially, it's auspicious. You'll notice it calms things down. There was one devotee, he approached his another senior devotee and said, my wife and I are fighting a lot. And he was giving them advice and it wasn't working. Eventually he told them, just go serve the cow. They went and served the cow, and then they said everything became peaceful. I don't know if that's a general recipe, but it does things. It's very auspicious to worship the cow. So that 12th day is for worshiping the cow. Then the 13th day is called Dhanteras, typically. Dhanteras comes from, it's like a perversion of Davantari and Trayodashi. Trayodashi means 13th day, and Dhanvantari came is the form of the Lord who brought out Ayurveda. So when they were churning this milk ocean also, many things came out, and Lord Dhanvantari came, and he had two things. Actually, the reason they were churning the milk ocean was what? The reason they were doing that churning of the milk ocean was they wanted the nectar of immortality. That's why the demons, the demigods, got together to do it. On their own, they couldn't. So they were churning this ocean to get the nectar of immortality, but many other things were coming out also. So this nectar of immortality was brought by Lord Dhanvantari. He had the nectar of immortality on one hand, and he had the Ayurvedic text on the other hand. But of course, the demigods and demons were focused on the nectar, and they fought for it, and by the Lord's trickery with Mohini Murti, the demigods got it eventually. But the Lord Dhanvantari brought out Ayurveda. So Ayurveda, we have many Vedas. We have Veda means knowledge. We have Jyoti Veda, we have Dhanur Veda. Dhanur Veda is the science of warfare. Jyoti Vesha, the science of the planets and astrology. And Ayurveda is a science of health, or long life. It means long life, but the science of medicine, you could say, in the Vedic text. So that is Dhanvantari who brought Ayurveda, and that happened on this day also, Trayadashi. Then it's also a day for worshipping of Lakshmi Devi. There are different accounts of when Lakshmi Devi came also, but it's around this period. And she also appeared on this day. And when she appeared, then she went and married Lord Vishnu. Of course, with the Lord, they are eternally together. But when they appear on the planet through some pastime, then they get married also. So this is the day that Lakshmi Devi married Lord Vishnu, or appeared and married Lord Vishnu. And of course, many people, you'll see, they worship Lakshmi Devi. They perform Lakshmi Puja, very popular because she's the goddess of wealth, material wealth, spiritual wealth. And especially for material prosperity, people worship her. Sri Prabhupada told us that if you worship Lakshmi Devi alone, then she is chanchala, she's not very steady. So when you get material wealth and material prosperity, it comes and it goes, it doesn't last. So even if she does grant you something, it lasts for some time and it goes away. But the real way to worship Lakshmi Devi is to worship her with Lord Narayan, to worship her with Lord Vishnu. So Lakshmi Devi must be seen together with Lord Vishnu. It's described that, I don't know where, I heard this before, that if we want to worship Lakshmi without Narayan, we're actually being like Ravan. He wanted to enjoy Sita without Ram. That's what he was trying to do. So if we are trying to enjoy Lakshmi without Lord Narayan, we are trying to have a Ravan type mentality. It's not very nice. But she does bestow material prosperity also. But actually, her real benefit she gives is in spiritual wealth, which her husband actually gives through her. Lord Vishnu gives. So it's natural, of course, that people, especially when we're not very advanced spiritually, we don't see the Lord directly, or we don't realize the Lord directly. We see him through the things he gives us. So when we get certain things and we say, oh, the Lord gave us, at least in a theistic culture, that's the culture, that, oh, the Lord gives us. With the simple people, they will say, oh, this is all by the mercy of the Lord. Of course, in more so-called advanced or demoniac mentality, they will say, oh, because of we did this, or because of science, and because of this, we got these things. But actually, it's natural that people will think through the Lord we've got these things, and they appreciate the Lord through the things, and they naturally worship accordingly. But it's important we don't see this as separate from the Lord. Well, Lakshmi as separate from the Lord. We see her with the Lord so that we relate everything we get to the Supreme Lord, and we make advancement. We can become spiritually enlightened. Because Lakshmi Devi, when she is with Narayan, then she is steady. She is not chanchala, she is not flickering anymore. So she becomes steady. So if we want to really achieve prosperity, especially spiritual prosperity, we have to worship Lakshmi Devi with Lord Narayan. And then the 14th day, Chaturdasi, there's many occasions. One of them is called Yamadip Dahan. It's the night that's observed to pacify Lord Yamaraj so that he doesn't come to your house. So that's one of the observances. There is a pastime of King Hema. There was a prince. He had a prince, and in his horoscope, apparently it said that on the 4th day after his marriage, he would die. So he got married at some point, and the princess who he married was of course very concerned that he will die by snake bite after 4 days. So what she did, she put a whole lot of gold and silver and all kinds of things around the house and surrounded it, and she stayed up all night saying stories and wonderful, exciting, we hope, Krishna conscious stories to her husband. So apparently Lord Yamaraj came, and he was dazzled by all this wealth and opulence. So he kind of lost his bearings. He just sat on this pile of jewelry, which was very effulgent, and he got absorbed in listening to the stories, and that's how she saved her husband from being killed. So this day is used for that purpose. And of course, devotees don't do these types of things. Every day, devotees are offering a lamp to the Lord. And for the devotee, whenever he leaves his body, that's Krishna's desire. So the devotees are not specifically trying to stop their death. Devotees worship the Lord so they will have eternal life in the spiritual world. And they will, of course, there's no question. And even if they have to die, they pray that they will be born in the home of a devotee so they could serve the Lord and continue their devotional service and not forget the Lord. That's their main prayer. So for the devotee, of course, death or living doesn't matter. But of course, for people who want to enjoy the material world and have attachments, these are the kinds of things that happen. And also, this is also the day that the Lord killed Narakasura. Narakasura is who? He's the son of the Lord. Narakasura is the son of the Lord and Bhumi. Bhumi is Mother Earth. So when Lord Varaha carried the earth with his tusks, he impregnated Mother Earth. The Lord can perform any function with any of his senses. So Mother Earth was impregnated when he lifted the earth out of the ocean. And when he saved the earth, the Lord impregnated the earth, and Narakasura was born. So this demon, Narakasura, created a lot of havoc for the demigods. Eventually they approached the Lord to kill Narakasura, and the Lord agreed, but he took with him Satyabhama, which was very unusual. The Lord normally doesn't take his queens to go kill the demon, but he took Satyabhama. And a very interesting reason. He promised Bhumi, earth, that he will not kill Narakasura unless she tells him to kill, that he can kill her. So he took Satyabhama and went on this battle, flying on Garuda. And of course, a fierce battle ensued. Narakasura's palace or city was surrounded with very heavy fortifications, and there were all kinds of demons, and there was a moat canal around, and Krishna was trying to attack and kill, and he was being attacked. They attacked Garuda, and then eventually Krishna killed all his servants, killed all the demons, and then he asked Satyabhama, "Can I kill Narakasura?" And she said yes. And Bhumi is an expansion of Satyabhama, and then he killed Narakasura also. So very interesting. That pastime also happened on this day. So Krishna performed that pastime on this day and killed Narakasura. And then of course there's the 15th day, which is Diwali day. And what happened on Diwali day? The Damodar Leela took place also. So Diwali day is the day that Lord Ram returned to Ayodhya. And then also, very significantly, is the day that the Damodar pastime took place. The Damodar pastime is very important. I'm sure we've discussed it and heard it. But where we hear how the Lord is controlled by his devotee. The Lord is running in fear of his mother. He's crying and rubbing his eyes. Very unusual. Very astounding for anyone. I mean, the Lord is the one who fear fears. Fear personified fears. And here he is running away from Mother Yashoda, who's chasing with a stick. This Damodar Leela, and she's binding him with rope. So it's very astounding. It shows how the devotion of the devotee is overpowering to the Lord. The Lord is overcome by he's covered by his Yoga Maya, not overcome, he's covered by Yoga Maya. And the powerful devotee, the elevated devotees like Mother Yashoda and the residents of Vrindavan, they don't see the Lord as the Lord. And they become more powerful than the Lord. The Mayavadi is always trying to become one with the Lord. Here we in Bhakti, we see the devotees become more powerful than the Lord. And this pastime teaches us about how Bhakti is the most powerful. Devotion to the Lord is the most powerful, and how love for the Lord is supreme. So this Damodar Leela also took place on this time. And of course, through the whole month we are remembering this Leela. We are praying, and we are taking the mercy that this Leela will manifest in our hearts. The Lord's Leelas will manifest in our hearts. And of course, the day after Damodar Leela and Diwali is Govardhan Puja, another festival. Another festival of the Lord lifting Govardhan hill Lord asking the residents to take shelter, and of course teaching Indra a lesson. Indra's pouring rain on Vrindavan, and therefore the Lord is showing how He cares for these devotees, where all the devotees then get to have a relationship with the Lord all together. And and Govardhan's position is glorified, and how the Anukut ceremony, how the Lord asked to be fed. So that's also another beautiful pastimes of lots of devotion. So this whole period, Kartik month is so auspicious and powerful. And then within Kartik, there's this whole period from the Ekadashi to Govardhan Puja. And of course, on Friday next week is Srila Prabhupada's Disappearance Day, another festival. So it's full of mercy and full of auspiciousness. So it's something we need to take advantage of, because as someone who's practicing spiritual life, we know we are going against the grain of material life. We are conditioned, and to practice spiritual life is challenging, and we have to apply ourselves. We have to put effort into it. But these times, these auspicious times like this, it becomes easier for us. You'll notice Kartik month is easier to do so many things. As soon as Kartik finishes, it's not as easy. All these vows you had are suddenly very difficult. I always think, why do this vow in Kartik? Why not just carry on doing it after Kartik? It somehow gets much more difficult. So Krishna's mercy is flowing. Krishna's mercy is flowing. It's flowing all the time. We have to contact Krishna's mercy. But of course, on these auspicious festivals, on this auspicious month of Kartik, it becomes so much easier. And all we have to do is take advantage. We have to absorb ourselves a little more. We have to apply ourselves in Krishna consciousness more. And then the result is even so much more. And realize how grateful we should be. I mean, for most people, if you go to somewhere, some other part of the world, today is a normal day. This month of Kartik is a normal month. I mean, for us it was like that before we heard of Kartik month, before we heard of all these festivals. Many of us may have heard of Deepavali, true, so we would have had one auspicious day. But how we celebrated it also, we could have just celebrated it by visiting family, buying clothing, and making sweets, which is wonderful, but not very spiritual also if we don't relate it back to Lord Ramachandra and we don't remember him. So much has been invested in us, so much has been given to us. So in Krishna consciousness, by us being devotees, by us coming to Krishna consciousness, a lot of mercy has been invested in us, a lot of mercy has been given to us. And we have to appreciate that, and that should help us, inspire us to apply ourselves also. Just remember how much our Guru Parampara, how much the Lord himself, how much Srila Prabhupada has invested in us. I mean, we may think Srila Prabhupada didn't meet us and invest in us personally, but everything Srila Prabhupada did was to give us Krishna consciousness and future generations. So even though he didn't meet you and I personally, he wanted to give all of us, the future generations, Krishna consciousness. So he invested his time and energy, and all his predecessor acharyas and his followers also investing time and investment in us. So when we get these festivals, we should reciprocate, firstly, by practicing Krishna consciousness ourselves, chanting properly, hearing, remembering, associating, reading, doing those kinds of activities more, and then also do something to spread Krishna consciousness, to give Krishna consciousness to others. So that's the way we benefit. By giving, we benefit. By practicing, we benefit ourselves. And also, we pay off or we attempt to pay off our debt to our predecessors, that we owe them a lot. Literally, everything that we have, we may take for granted, especially when we have it for a long time. We think it's normal. Oh, Kartik, yes, we know what Kartik is. Most people don't know what Kartik is. And even those that know what Kartik is, they may think it's just offer a lamp, so I won't suffer so much. We have so much more to understand. The whole spiritual world is available to us. The topmost region of the spiritual world is available to us. It's available to all of us in every day of our lives, but especially in this time, it's even more available to us, and we can take advantage. We know the sale is on and we know where to go. We know where the Black Friday is happening. So we have that month of Black Fridays. We have that whole thing. Yeah, the commercial people are copying our month only now. We always had the month of Black Friday at this time of the year. So now they're making the month thing, but we have it available, and this period is even more auspicious. So this is a time for us to meditate, go deeper, chant better. Let's not be as ritualistic as we are every other time. Let's not just say, oh, it's a festival day, I have to go to the temple, it means I can't do other things. No. It's a time for increased remembrance of the past time. It's increased absorption. It's easier. More mercy is available. So this is a time we should take advantage. The sale is on, and we have to take advantage and suck in more, absorb more. Whether it's by our own practice or by giving, but we take in more that way. That's how we should take advantage of this month of Kartik, this period of Deepavali, Govardhan Puja, and everything that's happening around us. And serve, offer more service. This temple is here. There's so many opportunities to serve. Take advantage to serve. Engage your body, mind, words in serving the Lord, serving the devotees, serving Srila Prabhupada, his mission, going out. There's so many things we can do. So that's what we can do for this time and every day. There's nothing different we do. For the devotees, no matter what time of the year it is, we do the same thing. We chant Hare Krishna, we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we take prasad, we go out and preach and give. But of course, at times of festival, it's even more. Many people, they do different things at different festivals. We are doing the same thing every time because we have the highest thing available. If you have the highest thing, there's no need to do this at this festival, do that at this festival. So at every festival, we'll chant Krishna's name. At every festival, we'll read from the scripture and hear. At every festival, we'll serve prasad and prepare prasad. We'll offer to the Lord, we'll do arti, we'll worship the deities. So that's what we do. We come to the temple. That's our process. So anytime there's a festival, say, hey, what do we do at this occasion? You do all the same things. It's the most auspicious thing to do anytime, anywhere. So thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments or thoughts, ideas? What are you all doing for Kartik, Deepavali, Govardhan Puja? Any realizations you had so far for Kartik month that you want to share? Anybody? What are you grateful for? Is anyone grateful for anything this Kartik especially? What are we grateful for? Prabhu? Yes. Prabhu said, to be in the association of devotees, such an amazing thing. To be in Srila Prabhupada's temple, Srila Prabhupada's association. How many of you heard the class Partha Sarati Maharaj gave last night at Radharanath? It was Nashville. He talked about association, association generally, how important association is for us, but especially association of more advanced devotees is very beneficial. We are lucky we got Srila Prabhupada as our founder. We have his books, we have his teachings, we have our spiritual masters, we have other senior devotees. Association is very powerful, as Prabhu was saying. Being under Srila Prabhupada's shelter, Mataji? She's giving Krishna consciousness by going out to Harinam, giving the holy name, giving Prabhupada's books. Did you go on Harinam yesterday? Yesterday there was Harinam. I saw so many books distributed, so many Bhagavad Gitas. I saw one report. Did you also go, Mataji, yesterday? Oh, okay. So you couldn't make it yesterday. But I know the devotees of Phoenix went out, so take advantage joining them. Even if you're scared to go out alone, just join the group and go. It's not so hard. If you're scared to go out alone and distribute books, go with the group of devotees like this and then chant with them, give out books, give out flyers, invite people to the temple. Those kinds of things. Very wonderful. Represent Krishna. It's nice when you go out like that. You are being Krishna's representative when you go out. Right? It's a very responsible position. Get Prabhu? Wow. Yes. Yes. Right. Yes. People are suffering in this world. Things are not easy. But we are distributing prasad. They're grateful. By being grateful for receiving that prasad, they started their spiritual journey because they're taking prasad, they're thinking favorably of the devotees, of Srila Prabhupada's mission. So they naturally, their path is set. Once you think favorably of the devotees, then the next time you see devotees, all of us, we went through some journey. I know I didn't like the devotees previously. I didn't think nicely of them. They always want money, when they sell books to you, they're irritating you. So I wasn't like excited to meet them, put it mildly. But your opinion changes, your mind changes, and then you join them eventually. So it has to start somewhere. So it's wonderful when you go out. But yeah, representing Krishna when you go out is very important. Imagine you being Krishna's representative. You are part of his entourage now. You are part of his team. So the devotees who are going out and distributing Krishna consciousness, they're taking a very responsible service. They're going to represent Krishna. So what we do and how we present Krishna must be very particular, because we are representing Krishna. We can't just do what we want. We have to offer Krishna in the nicest way so people receive Krishna in the best possible way and they get the best opinion about Krishna. If they see us behaving badly, they get a bad opinion about Krishna because we are representing him. Anytime we are at the temple, anytime, like imagine if I was in this class and I'm doing something crazy and silly and you're not a devotee, you don't know anything about Krishna consciousness. You come here, you'll think, oh, these Hare Krishna people are all silly people, they do silly things, so you'll think badly of Krishna. So when we represent Krishna, we're taking a big responsibility, so we have to do it nicely and make sure people have a great opinion about Krishna, an impression of Krishna, so that they'll want to come to Krishna consciousness. So this activity of going out and representing Krishna, you're putting yourself out there and you're saying, I'm Krishna's representative. So you're surrendering. It takes a lot of surrender to do that. Wonderful. Anything else anyone is grateful for or want to share? Okay. There's nothing else. Then we'll chant Hare Krishna and then we'll get ready for Aarti. Who's our Kirtaniya? Oh, wonderful. Prabhupada, we've got some announcements. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, Rampajay Prabhu. Very nice practical class about Krishna consciousness. So to take advantage of some of the things that Rampajay Prabhu was speaking about just now. So today is Diwali, tomorrow is Diwali, depending whenever you want to celebrate, whichever one. Both days will be fine. On Tuesday is Govardhan Puja. So we still have some sponsorships that are available for Govardhan Puja. So if you want to get the mercy of Giriraj, then please try and see Achyuta Priya downstairs in the gift shop. Also, the program will be in the afternoon. So we'll start, well, Mangalarti will be in the morning as normal. So if you would like to come, please come. In the evening, we would start the program at 5 p.m. with Abhishek to Giriraj. And then at about 5:45, we will do Go Puja. Shamkutir Mataji and Raghupati Prabhu bringing the cows and coming, so we'll do that. At 6 p.m. we'll sing Damodar Astakam till 6:30. And then we'll have the children's play from 6:30 to 6:45. And then His Holiness Padasati Das Maharaj will be here and he'll speak from 6:45 to 7:30. I'm telling you this because if you come late, you're going to miss out actually. So the Bhoga offerings for Giriraj, if you want to make an offering to Giriraj, it has to be here by 6 p.m. sharp. And if any of you are sitting at home and you'd like to help, they're going to be building Govardhan Hill during the day, and they would start about 9 o'clock in the morning actually. So if you are available and you can help, please come and help them actually. So after Maharaj's class, we'll do the offering for Giriraj, and then we'll do the Aarti and Sekam immolation. And then we'll again, at 8 p.m., we'll offer lambs to Mother Yasoda and Damodar, and then Prasadam will be served actually. Friday is equally important festival. It's Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day. So we will have a normal program in the evening, normal Gaurati program, Mangalarti Gaurati program in the evening. But then around 7:14 we will observe Aarti to Srila Prabhupada, and then some realizations about Prabhupada's contribution. We'll offer lamps at about 8 o'clock again, and then Prasadam will be served actually. So both these festivals, if you'd like to help in any way, please let us know. We'd really appreciate whatever assistance you can render actually. So thank you. Oh, and then lastly, I really forget. On Saturday, it's the Goshala program in Pietermaritzburg in Tonville, actually. So there are 2 buses leaving the temple, which may already be full. If you didn't register, I feel sorry for you. You're definitely not going to be able to take care and go. But if you are able to use your own vehicle and leave some space for those devotees that don't have transportation, that will help a lot, actually. So please let us know if you haven't booked as yet, and if you're able to use your own vehicle to go, then we can try and create some facility for you as well. So. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. So Aarti will be in a few minutes. So what we'll do for Aarti, like we did last week, we will sing the Damodarastikam, and then once we've completed singing the Damodarastikam, you'll be able to offer lambs, and then prasadam will be served in the temple room today. We're pre-packing prasadam, so we will serve it in the temple room. They'll bring it up just before 1 o'clock, and you can take prasad here. Or you can take prasad outside, nothing is up. Hare Krishna. Okay, we are 30 seconds away from Aarti. You don't need to chant, actually. Ram Gopal Prabhu, you want to put the translation up in the meantime? This one. Shri Yasudha Damodar Ki Jai. Five minutes. Okay, so Pachari is late actually. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shinitai Gaur Sundar ki, Shri Yashoda Damodar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gopal. Oh, I can't see. Who's Pumalanga? Namamishvaram Sachidanandharupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishvaram Chidanandharupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yasuda Biyolo Kala Davamanam Param Pristamantha Tataducha Gopya Yasuda Biyalokala Davamanam Param Pristamantha Tataducha Gopya Namamishvaram Sachidanandharupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishvaram Sachidanandharupam Lasat Kundalam Gokula Brajamanam Rudham Tamo Netra Jugmam Mijantam Karam Bhoga Jugmena Santakanetam Rudham Netra Jugmam Mijantam Sarambogajukmena santakaneta Muhuswasukam patvere kanta kanta Sitagriva damodaram bhakti badam Muhuswasukam patvere kanta kanta Sitagriva damodaram bhakti badam Namamishwaram sa chidanandharupam Asat kundalam gokule brajamanam Namamishwaram sa chidanandharupam Asat kundalam gokule brajamanam Iti drikswalilabhi ananda kunde Swagosham nimai jantam makyapayantam Iti dikswalila ananda kunde Swagosham nimai jantam makyapayantam Taryeshi cha chesu bhakte jitatvam Puna pramathastham satabriti bande Taryeshi cha chesu bhakte jitatvam Puna pramathastham satabriti bande Namamishwaram sa chidanandharupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Namamishwaram Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Varam devam moksham na moksha badimba Nachanam vrene aham varisadapiyam Varam devam moksham na moksha badimba Nachanam vrene aham varisadapiyam Idam tava punatha gopal balam Sadamemana savirastam kimanane Idam tepnatha gopala balam Sadamemana savirastam kimanane Namamishwaram sa chidanandharupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Namamishwaram sa chidanandharupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Idam thamukam bhojam anantanilai Vritham kuntalai snigdai rakshasya gopya Idam thamukam bhojam anantanilai Vritham kuntalai snigdai rakshasya gopya Muhushumbitam bimba daktadaram me Manusavirastam alam lakshalave Muhushumbitam bimba daktadaram me Manusavirastam alam lakshalave Namamishwaram sa chidanandarupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Namamishwaram sa chidanandarupam Namo Deva Damodara Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jalad Bhimatnam Namo Deva Damodara Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jalad Bhimatnam Kripa Dristi Veshyate Dinam Bhatanu Grihanesha Mamachna Medakshidesha Grihanesha Mamachna Medakshidesha Namamishwaram sa chidanandarupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Namamishwaram sa chidanandarupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Kuvaratmajo badha muche vayatvat Tvayamuchito bhakti bhajo krito cha Kuvaratmajo Badhamuchevayatva Tvayamuchito Bhakti Bhajakrito Cha Tata Prama Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodarera Tata Prama Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodarera Namamishvaram Sa Chidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishvaram Sa Chidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namastestu Damne Spuradipti Damne Tadiya Yorayata Vishvasadamne Namastestu Damne Spuradipti Damne Tadiya Yorayata Vishvasadamne Namo Radhikaya Tadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaya Tadiya Priyaya Namananta Lilaya Devaya Tubhyam Namamishvaram Sa Chidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam 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 Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Jaya Radha Gopinatha Radha Gopinatha Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinatha Radha Gopinatha Radha Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radhe Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radhe Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radha Jaya Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Radhe Jaya Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Radha Jaya Radha Banki Bihari Radha Banki Bihari Radhe Jaya Radha Banki Bihari Radha Banki Bihari Radha Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radha Jaya Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Jaya Radhe Sham Jaya Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Sham Jaya Radhe Sham Radhe Jayo Radhe Sham, Jayo Radhe Sham. Jayo Radhe Sham, Jayo Radhe Sham. Jayo Radhe Sham, Jayo Radhe Sham. Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Shri Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Shri Radhe. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. 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 Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, I hit earlier. I hit. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whoa. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Jaya Sita Sita Ram, Sita Sita Ram, Sita Sita Ram, Jaya Sita Sita Ram, Sita Sita Ram, Sita Sita Ram, Sita Sita Ram, Jaya Sita Ram, Jaya Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Ayodhya va Shri Ram, Dashrath Nandan Ram, जानकी जीवन राम श्री राम राम रामा अयो अयोध्या श्री राम दशरथ नंदन राम जानकी जीवन राम श्री राम राम रामा बोल जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा श्रीला प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 श्रीला प्रभुपदा नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा हो जय जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा हो जय जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय 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 नीताय गौर सुंदर नीताय गौर सुंदर गौर सुंदर जय नीताय गौर सुंदर नीताय गौर सुंदर जय जय नीताय गौर सुंदर नीताय गौर सुंदर जय नी जय प्रभुपदा 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 श्रीला प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की चैतन्य हरि नाम संकीर्तन की गौ प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल
जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभु जी के चार्य सतत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अबाय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की ISKCON संस्थापक आचार्य शिल प्रभुपाद की BBT फाउंडर शिल प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभु जी के चार्य सतत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती माँ शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गिरिधार शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड हर कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Shri Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Jamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki, the Lordship Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, the Lordship Shri Nitai Gaur Sundur ki, Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Nitai Go Pramanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So just quick announcement. Prasadam is being served just outside the front door. So as you exit the temple, you can pick up your takeaway container and enjoy the prasadam. Hare Krishna.